Hi there, and I hope you're very well. Okay, today we're going to do mostly lower body. There is a few exercises you can use a dumbbell with. Nothing on the floor today, so no need for a mat or a towel, just a drink bottle of water. That's all we need. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start off by doing a few salutes. So bring our arms out to the side, just bending from our elbows, coming up into a double salute. Just starting to warm up our upper body. We'll warm up top part of our body and we'll slowly move down through our trunk and down to our legs before we move into the main part of the warm up. Okay, so we're going to take our arms down to our side and move into some shoulder circles. Just going to start off nice and small. We don't need to be doing big circles straight away as we're still relatively cool. And as we progress into the warm up, we can start to make those shoulder circles a little bit bigger. And let's take them backwards. And we're going to bring our hands up underneath our chin like so. And we're going to do some twists around to the side. We don't want to twist around too far either. Bear in mind we do have our feet planted to the ground, so if we're twisting around too much, we're placing a little bit too much stress on our joints and our spine. Okay, now we're going to take our hands out to a bit of a punch to either side. And we'll take that punch up a little bit higher. And we're going to do a few low punches now. Okay, great. How are we feeling? Ready to go down a little bit lower? We're going to do a few very reduced range of motion squats. Okay, so feet shoulder width apart, put our hands on our opposite shoulders or on our hips. We're just going to sit down into a squat, making sure we keep our back straight. So we're not pushing down too far into it. It is just a warm up. So keeping your chin tucked in, chest out, nice and proud. Your belly button tucked in ever so slightly to your spine. And a couple more. Don't want to tire ourselves out before we get to the workout. Okay, so now we bring our feet a little bit closer together, hands and our hips. We're going to make a few small hip circles. And like we did with the shoulders, I'm going to start taking those circles out a little bit bigger as we warm up and get into it. And let's go back the other way. Okay, right, we're going to come down to our knees now. So hands in our knees. We start off with a few small knee circles, nice and small. And each revolution just taking it that little bit further. And let's go back the other way. So if you've got some dumbbells handy, there's 2 or 3 exercises today that you can use the dumbbells with to make them slightly more challenging. There's a couple that you also, as we go down to our ankles, there's a couple also, if you didn't have the best balance, we might need to hold on to a chair or a wall or whatever you got that's stable and safe. Okay, so back the other way with our ankle circles. And let's swap legs. And back the other way. Okay, great. Let's have a bit of a shakeout. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is a sumo squat. You can use dumbbells or a dumbbell for this particular exercise, or anything else that's got a few kilograms of weight and whatever you feel comfortable with. If you haven't done the exercise before, probably best you just do the exercise with your body weight, so you get technique down pat and you can take it a little bit further when you feel comfortable. Okay, so feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and then we're going to splay them ever so slightly out to the side. You might feel your glute muscles then activate. We're going to sit down into the squat, and as we come out of the squat, we're going to leave our hands and arms down straight. As we come up, we're going to raise our arms up into the air and up in front of our face, and you can bring them up as high as you would like. If you're restricted by mobility or tightness in your upper body, you might not be able to bring them too far, but if you've got quite good shoulder mobility, you should be able to bring your arms up quite high. Okay, so let's go down to the shoulder and into the sumo squat. Don't forget, we don't want our knees caving in. We want the knees to be in line with our feet the whole time. So go down, pushing up and driving up with our arms. And you can take this exercise down as far as you would like, but really important, you're not arching your back each time you go down. If you're arching your back, I just want you to reduce the range of the exercise that we're doing. If you feel you're getting down so far and then you are arching your back, head straight back up into the exercise, into the second part. You might feel as though each time we do a repetition, you can go down that little bit further, but you're also becoming fatigued, so don't forget about that. If you're becoming fatigued, you do not want to lose your technique. And that will do us. Okay, so we're gonna do some forward lunges now. If you did need to hold a chair or a wall, do that now, and I'll give you a few seconds while you do that. And we're just gonna start off in a standing position, nice and straight. We're gonna come out into a forward lunge, down, up, and then back to a standing position. Down, up, standing position. Okay. For those of you who are more experienced, you might be able to take that lunge down the whole way. Very challenging exercise, the lunge. It's incorporating a lot of your stabilization muscles, a lot of your big muscles in your lower body. If you are holding a chair now, just make sure you're keeping your form, and you might not be able to go down as far as if you're not using the chair, just because you'll be needing to hold onto something up a little bit higher. And one more, that will do us. Lunges, everyone loves the lunges because they hurt, but because they're a brilliant exercise for lower body strength and balance and lots of other good stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna do some bicep curls. You can use dumbbells for this one. If you're not gonna use the dumbbells, I do suggest you give the muscles that we're trying to use, our biceps, give them a bit of a squeeze at the top. If you're using dumbbells, you might not need to do that. Okay, we're gonna stagger our feet just like we're in a lunge position again. Drop our arms down to the side and just curling up like so. Keeping our upper arms fixed into the side of our body. Just pivoting from the elbows. So if we're just using body weight, we're not using dumbbells, you can curl up, give your arms a squeeze and try to really activate those muscles. Okay, and I'm going to swap legs now. I'm going to do a few more whilst in this position. And that will do. Okay, we're going to go back through that little sequence again. So back to the sumo squats. So feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, splayed out to the side ever so slightly, keeping our back straight. We're going to go down into the sumo squat. As we come up, keeping our arms straight, raising our arms up into the air, into that finished position. We should be trying to synchronize our breathing. So the easy part of the exercise, and we're going back to the ground, should be breathing in, and then we're coming up, breathing out. In and out. Synchronizing your breathing like that is going to help pretty much any exercise. One more, done. Okay, back to forward lunges. So once again, if you're holding on to something, I'll give you a few seconds. Otherwise, I'm just gonna go straight into forward lunges. We don't need to go down too far if we're already challenged with stepping out down into a half lunge. But if we want that extra challenge, by all means, go all the way down. And that will do. I think our legs are probably starting to burn by now. Okay, so back to doing some bicep curls. So once again, if you're using dumbbells, let's grab them. We're gonna put our right foot out in front to start. So in a static lunge position, here we go, bicep curls. And let's swap legs. And a few more, giving those biceps a nice big squeeze when we bring our hands up to the top. Okay, excellent work, done. Let's grab a drink of water if you've got one close by, which you should do. And then we're gonna go into the second part of the exercise. So that's the first circuit within the circuit, done. And we're gonna do a couple more to begin with, to end off with. Once you're ready, had a bit of a shake at, had a drink of water, we're gonna do some stepping over logs. So the exercise is, we've got an imaginary log down the middle, we're up, over the top, we're gonna do a little bit of a squat on that side, up, over the top, and then squatting again like so. Okay, you can take your feet up as high as you can. Depending on your balance and lower body strength, it can be a challenging exercise. If it's too much for you to go up, say up to your knee height, just a bit of a shuffle over the side will suffice. You can hold dumbbells if you want with this particular exercise. If you are doing that, you'll just hang your arms down by your side and just have that little bit of extra weight to challenge you with. Okay, so here we go, we're gonna get up, over, bit of a squat, then up, over, and squatting again. So like a lot of the exercises that we do, because there's a period of time during this exercise that we're on that single leg, we're really challenging our balance. So really want to make sure we're keeping our hips flat as well. We don't want to drop our hip down when we're on that single leg. Okay, so we're going to sit down now into a squatting position. Okay, and I'm going to do this one on the side. What we're going to do is we're going to extend our arms back like so and contracting your tricep muscle like that. And a couple more, done. Okay, so we're gonna do, if you've got your dumbbells with you, if you wanna use them, that's great. So we're gonna do some arm circles now. For those who've got quite good balance, you're gonna come up on that single leg like so. If that's a little bit much to you to come up on a single leg, what you can do is with that second leg, you just come up on your tippy toes. So you're giving yourself that extra bit of balance, but you're not putting the second leg completely down. So you're still getting a really good exercise here through your core. So level 1, I suppose, it's both feet. Level 2, slightly more challenging, up on your tippy toes on one foot. And level 3, the full single leg. So here we go, some arm circles. You really feel this exercise if you're doing the single leg. A lot of your core stabilization muscles all through your trunk will be clasping on nice and firm, nice and tight, trying to keep your body upright as we swap legs. And that will do us. Okay, back to the start of this circuit. We're going to step over logs one more time. Okay, so here we go. Up and over and down. Up, over, down. Keeping your belly button drawn in. Over, down. Up, over, down. Say everyone's legs are becoming quite fatigued now. It's been quite a heavy lower body workout today. So we'll enjoy a lower body, quite a good stretch soon. And if you're a little bit sore tomorrow, I suggest go for a walk and do a few more stretches and plenty of water. Also to help flush out all those toxins that you've produced from exercising so hard. And cool, that will do us. Rightio, so we're in the squatting position again, keeping that back straight, and we're kicking our arms back into a tricep extension. Once again, if you're not using dumbbells this exercise, once you've extended your arm out, give these muscles here, your triceps, a bit of a squeeze. And a couple more. Okay, great. So we're back into arm circles now. Last one through. So whether you're up on the one leg, putting the second leg behind, or on two legs. Okay, here we go. I'm going to start off forward circles to begin with. Really drawing your belly button in and feeling that firmness through your core. That firmness is what's keeping you upright at the moment. And we'll swap legs. And that will do us. Cool, I hope you're feeling good still. We'll go through a stretch sequence now. A well-deserved stretch sequence. Okay, first of all, we are gonna open up our chest. So standing up nice and straight, nice and proud. We're gonna take our arms out to the side, push our chest up towards the sky. During the cool down phase like this, we're just gonna slow our breathing down. Help us come back to steady state. And then we can continue our activities for the day. Okay, so we're gonna bring our hands together, clasp our hands together. I'll show you on the side. You can push them inside out like so if you've got that mobility. Otherwise, just push your arms straight out. And you'll see me arching my upper back and giving your upper back muscles between your shoulder blades a bit of a stretch. Okay, as I come to the side, I'm going to get into a semi-lunge position. So if I've got my left foot forward now, I'm going to put my left hand, my left hip, right arm up, straight into the air and over the left-hand side of my body, stretching up all through here. And bringing that arm down, so we go right foot forward, left foot back, and we go right hand on right hip, left arm up to the air and over that side of my body. Okay, so we come down to our lower body. So we give our hamstrings a stretch now. So we're going to put our weight on our back leg here. I'm going to come with this leg here that we're stretching. I'm going to put your weight on your heel and your hands on top of your knee or your thigh there. I'm just going to push down ever so slightly until you feel that stretch in the back of your hamstring there. And if you can, you're going to point your toes up towards the sky for a bit more of an extra stretch in your hamstrings and also your calves. Swap sides. Okay, we're going to go out to the sides now, so take a big step out to either side. I'm going to shift our weight over to one side initially. I'm taking my weight out to my left and you'll feel that stretch in this adductor muscle here. You can get a little bit more of a stretch by putting your hands on your hips and pushing your hips in the opposite direction. And up over the other side. Okay, we'll do that one once more. And back out the other side. Okay, let's have a bit of a shakeout. That's it for today, and I hope you've enjoyed the workout. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.